All right, well, let's move on to the Royal Rumble. We're going to do this in detail today. I'm going to cover both Royal Rumble matches, and we're going to talk about Cody and KO for a little bit too. So let me go to our famous blog. This is our blog post for the Royal Rumble. I'll put a link to it in the description. This is how we review angles and the storylines and stuff. This is our review system in case anyone's new to our show, and how well we liked anything that we're reviewing. So this is how we usually rate things. But anyways, as for this one, I'm going to skip to storyline number 4. I'll jump around. I'm going to do the men's first, but I'll go past the women and past the tag team title match and past Cody, and we're going to go to Jey Uso shocks the world is our headline here. Let me get my TV up. TV, there he is. All right. Men's Royal Rumble, number 1, entrant number 1 is Rey Mysterio. So we're going to go through this in order of what happened, and if anyone has comments as we go, you could jump in. Please do jump in, because my summary is going to be pretty long here. So make sure if you have any thoughts on anything that happened, just go ahead and blurt it out, all right? So entrant number 1, Rey. Entrant number 2, Penta. All right, so we had the Latino flair.
That was
first
cool.
one. There you are, showing respect. I'm going to narrate some of these slides and try to describe them in case anyone's just listening on the audio podcast platforms. But, I don't think you guys noticed this, but Penta should have been out right here. His foot hit the floor. Did you guys hear or watch this real closely?
Both feet? Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
I could see his right foot definitely touched it, but
One of them definitely did. That's you both feet.
This is how it happened in fast speed. All right, now this is it again in slow motion. 1 foot, 2 foot.
Yeah, I think so.
So he made a mistake. He should have been out, but he stayed in the match a lot longer than that. So this was an early thing. This is before anyone else came in. Anyways, let's move along. Number 3, Chad Gable. And he had a feud with the Luchadors, right? He has a Luchador feud, so this was a subplot. I listed the subplots on our YouTube or on our blog post if anyone wants to read about all the storylines. A lot of storylines within this Royal Rumble match, but we're going to just review the whole match as a whole. But okay, so they continued that Luchador thing. He got in the ring with 2 Luchadors. Chad Gable did. Excuse me. Carmelo Hayes, number 4. My guy, Melo don't miss, right, Robert?
Oh, he's been missing.
Well, he's a really cool move here. Got in there with Penta, and that was an amazing move, I thought. Who else we got next? Santos Escobar. Okay, I don't know. His storylines haven't been landing, but he's still a guy on the show. He's still a roster member, and Penta had zero fear of him. So, Cero Miedo right there, right in Santos's face. Otis, number 6. Otis comes in. He had a storyline with Gable, so this is another subplot. So a long-standing feud he had with Chad Gable continued here. A slap to the face.
Oh, good slap. Very good slap.
Good slap. So they fought a little bit. There you go. I think there was a suplex, a German suplex from Chad Gable onto Otis. I don't know how the hell he does that. That doesn't look like it. That doesn't seem like realistic. It breaks the laws of physics.
It's incredible.
Torture rack from Otis onto Gable. But anyways, Braun Breaker, number 7. So he came in. He had a good showing. I think he eliminated Carmelo Hayes. That seems like the first elimination. Carmelo Hayes was the first guy out. So what do we got here? Braun Breaker, a back body drop onto Otis. That's another cool one. I think another elimination here. Santos Escobar, eliminated by Braun Breaker. All right, so good showing.
He had a good showing.
7 is Tozawa, but Carmelo Hayes was on his way out, and Carmelo Hayes nailed him in the back for no reason. Like, I don't see why. Like, they're not even on the same brand. They've never had anything to do with each other. I guess Carmelo was just frustrated. So Adam Pearce comes out. This was the first instance of an angle, basically, on this Royal Rumble match, and Tozawa goes to the back, and they have to check on him. The doctors are looking at him. Triple H is looking at him, and he's just not able to go. So they had a backup, I guess. This was like a backup plan, or I don't even know if it was, but Triple H just said, hey, this guy can go. He's a YouTuber, I found out. Some customer at my job told me today. I was like, who the hell is that guy? I Show Speed. They're like, he's a YouTuber. So he told him, he's like, you can do this. So is he gonna? I don't know. Anyone look this up? Like, is he supposed to be signing with WWE or something?
I have no idea.
I mentioned that when we were watching it last night.
Yeah, I don't. This is almost the last thing I remember.
Oh, okay.
No, Lord.
I know that's not good. So, anyways, I Show Speed shows up. I know he was cool. He helped eliminate Otis, I think. So he got in there and helped Braun Breaker dump Otis over the top. So that's another elimination. And I think Braun Breaker speared the shit out of him.
Yeah.
The crowd was like, holy shit. And he just got dumped over. But he got dumped onto Otis, which was a good spot. I thought maybe he could have saved him, but Otis just kind of flung him into the announce desk. So double elimination. Good spot. Whoever the hell that guy was, he was in there for a short time, but I liked him.
But he took a beating.
He took a beating. Let's see, who's number 8? Sheamus. All right. Sheamus has got in there, did his 10 beats thing. Everyone got their chance to shine when they went in. I'm not really going to go over a lot of that. I'm just kind of doing the eliminations and the entrance. Number 10 or number 9. What is this, number 9?
No, it's
number 10. Sorry, 10. Number 10. Yeah. I labeled that wrong. All right, Jimmy Uso, number 10. Number 11, Andrade with the mask. Number 12, Jacob Fatu. All right, so here's some good stuff. So he had a good showing. Let's see what you guys thought of it here. Penta really wanted to show zero fear towards Jacob Fatu, which was hilarious. But anyways, what else? This is a double back body drop, I guess.
Yeah, this guy's
Rey
amazing.
Mysterio and Penta. Nice looking face. I think. Let's see, Gable. I think this is Chad Gable. No, Gable was eliminated before this. I don't have a clip of it. I wrote it down, but Fatu eliminated Gable, and then he eliminated Rey Mysterio. So then Andrade. I guess he eliminated Andrade too. So comes in a flurry of eliminations. There's Andrade going out. All right. What else? I love Jacob Fatu's crazy faces. I don't know. He's kind of reminds me of like Ming, but maybe more dynamic. Like seems like he cut a promo actually. So
right, exactly.
All right, so this is the thing they teased on Raw a few weeks back between Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu. It's a callback. So these guys still might have a feud in the future, but this was a cool moment. But it didn't happen because Jimmy Uso, I think, busted in. So it was a continuation of the bloodline rivalry there. Kaiser in at 13. Ludwig Kaiser. He had the strategy of not going in quickly. Right, he was the first guy because everyone was running in. This whole thing, the entrance way to the ring was so long that I think they probably told them, you guys got to run in because it'll fucking take forever if all of you guys walk into the fucking ring, right? So Kaiser was the one guy who didn't do that. So he walked in, he waited outside, he didn't want to go in. And then he tried to sneak in on Penta, it looks like, and Penta threw his ass out. So he was in there for like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something like that. So
yeah, it was like really quick.
I guess that was a good spot. I like that. That was fun. That was funny.
It was funny. Probably not the best thing for Ludwig, but okay. It was a funny spot.
Yeah. Okay, let's move along. Miz. Oh, Miz had a great showing, I thought. Miz had, look at this slick move right when he entered the match. Ducks under Braun Breaker and then tries to throw him over the top. He didn't, but still, I thought that was a unique move for a Royal Rumble. Here's a Hurricane Rana from Miz onto Penta. Ever seen that? I don't know what the hell got into him here.
That was awesome.
No, but
really You look at his face. He's like, "Ooh, that's like the coolest thing he's ever done."
He probably didn't think he could do that.
Oh my God! Well, Jacob Fatu got him next, and then he kicks Jacob, so he didn't know who it was. So Jacob turned him around. So that was a funny little spot too. This is a great spot for Miz. So he's trying to jump onto Jacob Fatu's back, and it goes straight into a Samoan drop from Jacob Fatu.
Man.
Yeah,
Man,
Miz,
that
man.
looked great.
Miz, baby. Who would have thought? And then this is Jacob's little shimmy.
Yeah. Yep.
Joe
Oh,
Hendry.
Oh
Here's your
no!
guy.
My
Here's your
God,
guy.
baby. Nice
Here's your
showing from
guy.
Joe Hendry, dude. There was some people. There was some people in the crowd. There was some hand. Here's a sign, a Joe Hendry sign. There's some hand waving in the crowd when his music got to that point. So some people knew him. Not a lot, but you know, he got a reaction.
He got a reaction.
He's been on NXT too, so it's not his first time. But there's some Joe Hendry for you. TNA represent. Anybody's interested, I do a TNA podcast separately. Go to the live streams tab. I did a review of Genesis recently, if you guys want to see that. But anyways, let me see what happens here. Jacob Fatu ruins the party, so he kicks, elbows Joe Hendry. There's a good look at Joe Hendry over there. Roman Reigns. All right, so we're at 16. This is where it starts to get hot, I guess.
Almost.
He comes in with Heyman. And he throws out The Miz. All right, so there's an elimination. Roman Reigns throwing out The Miz. Sheamus. All right. Roman Reigns getting Sheamus out of there. And who else are we looking at? Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry with a kick to the TNA champion. There you go. I like that. But I think he just got speared after this. So he gets speared and I think thrown out, right? Is that who eliminated Joe Hendry?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Roman Reigns. All right. Well, there he is. Okay. TNA representation on WWE today is out because there wasn't a girl from TNA, I think, in the women's match. So that's it. All right, Roman and Braun Breaker.
This was a great spot for Breaker, man.
That's a moment. The spear. Damn.
And it looked great too.
Yes. And then, I guess he still got thrown over.
Okay, but this part didn't make sense, and I think we even said that at the time.
Yeah.
Like, how could he spear him, and then he's the one that gets thrown out? Okay.
Roman was like a top superstar. It takes like 4 finishing moves to beat him.
I understand, but Jesus, they could have got him out in another way than that. That one didn't really make a lot of sense, but okay.
All right. Jimmy Uso helps up Roman, so there's some bloodline stuff. Let me see what else we got. Jacob Fatu kicking Jimmy, so there's a continuation of War Games, I guess. No Solo, but and then Jacob throws Jimmy over.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Here's Jacob and Roman. Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. This match has to happen someday.
That's a future main event right there.
For sure.
For real. So they went at it. They fought a little bit. They exchanged some punches. But I'm going to jump to Drew McIntyre at 17. Okay?
Yeah.
He comes in. This is also another subplot. The continuation of the Drew-Roman feud. Like, this is what we've been waiting for, man. This is a WrestleMania match. This should be at this year's WrestleMania.
It very well could be.
It should be a grudge match between Drew and Roman. All right, so let me skip forward a little bit. What do we got? What happens? Jacob jumps in joins Drew, so there was like a little temporary alliance, I think. But they couldn't get Roman out. They tried for a minute, but more people come in. Here's Finn Balor at 18, 19, Nakamura, the United States champion. I think Penta's out here from Finn Balor. So there you go.
Interesting, surprising.
Yeah, I guess. Well, they're kind of at the same level, I think. I would say Finn Balor's a little above Penta.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Jey Uso, the main event, the winner, the eventual winner. Y'all will get your comments on that, I guess, at the end. But so let's see what he did as he came in. I think he got an elimination. I think he eliminated Nakamura. So at least he did something. Here's Nakamura's angry face. That was a good one. Everyone had a little angry face when they got dumped out. Fucking great. It's great. AJ Styles, a return, my boy. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. All right. They had here's a little face-off between AJ and Jacob. That's another potential matchup, but okay.
You never know.
Braun Strongman, as Jim Cornette calls him. Braun Strowman next in. Let's see. This is a continuation of Strowman and Fatu from Saturday night's main event. And I think this is the elimination. So, Vlad, I'm going to get your thoughts on Braun Strowman dumping Jacob Fatu out. At least they continued the story, but I
I don't agree with it. I don't agree that should have been the way he's eliminated. He should have been eliminated by someone a little bit more prominent.
And then he just walks out. Like after he started so much shit at Saturday Night's Main Event and did all this chaos and got disqualified. And then he could have went in and eliminated Strowman.
Absolutely, he should have at least pulled Strowman out and at least beat his ass again for that. He just walked out very calmly. I don't know. He was on his meds today, I guess. I don't know. He wasn't violent today, huh? I don't know. Yeah, I didn't agree with that decision, but it was what it was.
John Cena at 23. All right, now things are getting really hot. Actually, the next few entrants
it was one after the other, yeah.
Ridiculous. But Cena, I guess there's an elimination. Braun Strowman, he pulled the ropes down. So there's Strowman. Hold on one second. I got to get my dog out the way. She's not leaving me alone. God. I just need an hour to do this podcast, for fuck's sake. It's Sunday night, by the way. The Royal Rumble was last night. If you guys are watching this on a Monday morning, welcome. Welcome, if anyone who's just joining us. But okay. Braun Strowman. So here's John Cena eliminating another elimination. He eliminates Finn Balor with an AA off, but Braun Strowman catches him. I was like, why did Braun Strowman catch him? There was no real kayfabe reason why he would catch him. You know what I mean? Like as a wrestler, it's like, okay, I'm trying not to let this guy die, but you know, why would he help Finn Balor? I don't know, but okay. That was that.
But he didn't even catch him. He just
he just let him go down.
Well, he broke the fall. Yeah, but he at least broke the fall a little bit. He didn't fall completely like fucking straight away.
Well, that
helped. That helped. Let's see, who's the next one? Roman Reigns spear on Drew McIntyre. There you go. Here's a face-off, Cena and Roman. That's kind of cool. Lots of superstars in this ring. I'm gonna list by the time the point where I thought there was the most superstars in the ring. Oh, CM Punk is next. So here's a happy CM Punk fan who was probably a kid when CM Punk was getting hot, hot. But here he is tripping out. Here's Punk coming in. All right, so there's Punk, Roman, and Cena in the ring. And they all look at each other, and they milked it for so long that I don't think there was any fighting. Like the clock started up again, and another guy was coming in, and that was Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
So Seth Rollins music hits. So Seth Rollins goes immediately for Punk. He could have gone for Roman. I guess he hates Punk more than Roman. I don't know. But okay. Dominic Mysterio. Sorry, Vlad, I cut you off. Were you going to say something about?
I say he probably hates them both. I was going to say Seth probably hates them both. Hard to say who he hates more, but he did go after Punk.
He did say he wants to prevent Punk from winning this, so that's another subplot. I forgot to write that as a subplot on my summary, but I might add that in later. Let's see who we're at. Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day. I think he was trying to suplex Roman, but he couldn't do it. You know, it was kind of ridiculous. But Sami Zayn, all right, 27. He had a chance to kick Seth Rollins, and this time there's no alliances. Every man for themselves. So he did take the chance to kick Seth Rollins in the face. It's like, what can I do, man? Got to do it. On this day, Damian Priest, another former world champion. He comes in. I think he did a chokeslam on Dominic Mysterio. Was he the one who eliminated Dominic? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. There's an old Judgment Day storyline. I'm at 29. This is LA Knight, another big star.
Yeah.
So here is the point where I thought there was the most stars in the ring. Look at these 10 guys in the ring. Roman, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, LA Knight, AJ Styles, Cena, and Punk. That's probably the most strongest Royal Rumble people that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, let's see. Sammy comes over to help Roman against LA Knight. So there's some alliances, some bloodline alliances. He helps Roman up. And, okay, Drew. So Drew pushes Roman into Sammy, and what happened here? Oh, this is how Sammy got eliminated. So he got kicked out accidentally by his friend Jey Uso, and Drew McIntyre got out the way. So he was laughing. There's Drew McIntyre laughing it up. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta get Laura off this table.
Oh, Jesus.
How'd she get on the table?
Should we take a little respite? Laura's just like really,
man.
really on one today.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure.
Let's say hello to the Malapert Smark Hall of Famer herself.
Laura, what's going on?
She was here yesterday, but we didn't give her enough attention. We were watching the show, but man,
hey, sweetheart.
All right, let's see if she'll leave me alone for the rest of this. The rest of this she's neat. Okay, so who had just got eliminated? Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're down to the last one, Logan Paul. So on the way to the ring here, a couple of fans gave him the middle finger right there. There's one, and then also on the other side walking in, there's another one, double middle.
Double bird, yeah.
Double barrel. All right, this is the Drew McIntyre controversy. I don't know if you heard about this, but I heard Drew McIntyre was pissed off when he went to the back yelling and screaming because his elimination, I think, was distracted because LA Knight, I think, is in the middle of the ring, and there's a spot where Damian and Jey Uso are going to eliminate Drew, and then they bump into LA Knight. So it kind of muddied it up, cluttered it up, you know what I mean? And there goes Drew. So I think he was pissed off because his elimination didn't really get the spotlight it deserved. You know what I mean? They were talking about something else. It didn't really look good. So that's what I heard. I heard there was a rumor that Drew was upset with somebody, possibly
Yes.
LA Knight. So all right, so that's that. Drew was out. I was also surprised at how unceremoniously he got dumped out, but
I don't agree. I don't know why he was eliminated here either. I mean, this doesn't seem like
by Damian Priest of all people, you know. So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, not sure.
Here's Damian. Maybe that could lead to a feud with them. Maybe Drew McIntyre could forget about CM Punk and Roman and move on to something else or something because. But I don't know. All right, so here's the Logan Paul spot. I guess he was going to get kicked out, and he jumped onto the announcement table.
That's crazy.
He did the Kofi Kingston spot today.
Yeah.
You got to give it up for him there. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't like the guy, but I can't deny that in the ring he's pretty good. There's Damian getting thrown out by LA Knight, so he's gone. AJ Styles throwing out LA Knight. Okay, now he's gone. Who else? Here's Logan Paul jumping back onto the steel steps, so he had to be careful about that to not fuck that up because he was in the last three. So, and then here he is eliminating AJ Styles because AJ went to the top rope and he pulled him off. Logan pulls him off. So there goes AJ. Well, didn't expect him to win, but just a great guy to be in this match. Let's see who we got next. All right, so this is the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're down to 6 left. Let's see who gets eliminated next. Here's a shot of Roman and Seth. I guess they had a moment where they jaw-jacked at each other, right? They made it very dramatic. This was another dramatic moment. And I don't know what they said. I couldn't really make it out, but it seemed intense. And then they went at it. So pushed each other, started throwing punches at each other, fighting. And I think this actually led to their elimination, right?
Yeah.
It led to them getting held up on the ropes, and then CM Punk came from out of nowhere and dumped both of them out. That was pretty shocking.
Yes, that was an incredible moment.
Yep, there's Punk looking at his work. He dumped out Roman, guy he was in cahoots with recently. So they're supposed to be friends. They're supposed to be Paul Heyman guys. But this is the ultimate surprise was CM Punk got eliminated.
Oh my God. We were all stunned at this point.
He was the guy that everyone thought was going to win in main event WrestleMania, but
we all gasped.
Logan Paul, of all people, eliminated Punk. Oh my God. Maybe they got an idea for that match, but that was like a what the fuck moment. Roman is mad at Punk, so there's all kinds of stuff that's going to happen here on the outside. So first Roman's going to get mad at Punk, and then Seth Rollins curb stomps him. So this is crazy. And then Punk and Seth start fighting, and I think Seth gets the best of Punk, puts him down, and then he comes back and does another curb stomp on Roman, despite Paul Heyman, who was yelling at him, "What is he doing? What are you doing?" And there he goes. So everyone's all sympathetic for Roman here. The commentators were like, "Oh no, Roman! Oh no!" But okay, Seth Rollins. I think he does fight with Punk a little more. He goes over and gives him a shove to the face while Punk is trying to get up, and then security pulls them all apart. So a lot of madness here, a lot of male testosterone boiling over on this men's Royal Rumble match. But lots of stars gone. I don't know.
Yeah, you thought one of those three guys was going to win the Rumble. Honestly. So it was pretty surprising at this point. I don't think I had it. Well, no, I thought at this point Cena was going to win, to be honest. When it was just these three left, I was like, well, I guess they're going to give it to Cena,
Yeah, at that point for sure. That's what I thought too. But Cena was going to give a double AA here, but I think Jey Uso slips out and gives Logan Paul a kick to the face, and then Cena dumps Logan Paul over with a clothesline. So there you go, down to the last two. John Cena and Jey Uso. Who would have thought, huh? If you bet on that. But
yeah, okay. I don't think anyone bet on that.
This is the spot of Cody and CM Punk from last year, so good spot. Good spot for Jey Uso, even if he didn't win. I'd be like, yeah, it's last two of the Royal Rumble. Good job. But all right, so they had a little bit of a fight for a few minutes, I think it took. And Cena did hit him with the 5-knuckle shuffle, and I think he was going to get him in the AA, but it didn't happen. And then they went out on the ring apron, and that's where it happened. See if I have that, pulling that up for you. Here they are on the ring apron. Okay, so there was a spot where Cena teased jumping out. I was like, okay, they're just teasing it. And then AA, again, Jey Uso slips out and kicks him in the back, and that's it for John Cena. And I think the look on his face when it happened was the same look that everyone in the world had. I couldn't believe it. It makes sense looking. It makes sense, though, when you think about it. But I'll get Vlad's thoughts on it first. All right, so let's hear your thoughts first on Jey Uso winning. What's your thoughts about that? And then I guess afterwards I'll ask you guys your thoughts on the match itself. But how about just the booking? Jey Uso.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love it because, well, I understand that he's popular. Jey Uso is popular, and he's getting a great reaction from the crowd, and he's selling a lot of merch. I mean, to me, he's just a mid-card guy that they're trying to push down our throats at this point, trying to get him to the top. So now he's probably going to challenge, I'm assuming, Gunther, because that's who he's been feuding with. So, and maybe probably win the title there, beat Gunther. I don't want that. I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't think he's, I mean, it's hard to say he's deserving of it or not deserving of it, but I don't think he's at that level. I just don't see him at that level. I don't think he deserves to win the Royal Rumble. I definitely don't think he deserves to beat the champion at WrestleMania. So that's my thoughts on that. Nothing against the guy. I just don't see him as a top guy. I don't. So,
but he's so over, man. Everyone's doing that thing. They do the Allura dance. My dog does this thing.
So, yeah. That's the Allura. That's the Allura dance for sure. I don't know.
He's over, man. It doesn't matter what you think. If someone is that over, you got to put him over.
Okay, right? Rock.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that? If someone's just over, you just got to put them over?
There are plenty of guys that are way more over than Jey Uso. I'm sorry. So it's not like this. He's over as far as mid-card guys go, as far as I'm concerned. He's in the LA Knight category. Maybe he's more popular, fine. But nonetheless, I don't agree with this decision.
Well, look, Vlad, you're not alone. From what I've seen today on the internet and podcasts have been criticizing, comments on YouTube and X have been saying that Jey Uso the work. I mean, I've heard some people just criticize his work, that it's not as good as everyone else. The silliness, the silly thing he does with the shimmy. Well, I guess The Rock did that too. But
he's not The Rock. Let's just put it that way.
Well, all right, fine. Robert, do you agree? What's your thoughts on this? Are you for the Jey Uso thing, or are you with the general consensus?
I absolutely hated this. Man. All right, so there's a lot of things I don't like about this. Yes, he is over, but is that enough of a reason to have him win the Rumble? I mean, for what? Just because he has the most hyped entrance out of all the wrestlers? Like, that can only get you so far. And, I mean, WWE fans, they're very fickle. You never know, like, a year from now, if he's going to be able to retain this hype. But I don't know. I don't like his work. I don't, it's just average to me, in my opinion. And his promos, oh my goodness. I even like Jimmy's promos better than Jay's personally. They're awful.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys aren't big Yeeters then, huh?
No. No, I don't know. I just don't see him as the champ. That's just personally for me. I just don't see it.
Put in a lot
I
of work, man. I mean, look, as a company guy, you gotta reward the guy. I don't think him beating Gunther is such a bad storyline at WrestleMania. They've already set this up. When on Raw he cut a promo saying I didn't beat Gunther, but I know I can do it. You know what I mean? So I guess you could have seen this coming in a way, but okay, I'm not as disappointed with it because I think it was surprising and that was good. At least they threw us off.
It was surprising.
And I think it gives us more storylines heading towards Elimination Chamber for the last chance to get a title shot at WrestleMania and main event. So that's going to be more hot now because Cena might be there, Punk again. So they could have a really cool Elimination Chamber. This isn't the last chance. So I'm not as down on it. I think it's all right, but okay. Robert, did you have something to say before I cut you off?
I really wanted CM Punk to win this personally because think about it. CM Punk has been one of the most prominent figures in the wrestling industry for more than a decade now, and he's never main evented WrestleMania. Jey Uso's gonna main event WrestleMania. The Miz has main evented WrestleMania. Let that thought sink in for a minute. It's crazy.
He still could main event WrestleMania, man.
We'll see. We'll see what happens in Elimination Chamber and what favor he tries to pull from Paul Heyman. But I think just the idea that he hasn't done it yet, and now Jey Uso's about to. Well, actually, technically, he already has as a tag team.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. I didn't like this booking at all.
All right, then. Well, let me take off the TV here. Hold on one second. Take off the big TV with the picture of Jey Uso getting his hand raised. But let me go back to our blog. So I guess if you guys told me your review last night, I don't remember it. So you could tell me right now, and I'll fill it in for you at this minute. So I'll start with Vlad. So I gave this 2 thumbs up. I liked it a lot. I didn't love it. But Vlad, you want to give your review of the men's Royal Rumble match?
Yeah, I think the women's Royal Rumble match was actually better this year, believe it or not. Not just because of the ending. I just thought overall it was just a better match. There's some good spots here, and it got hot at the end when all those, when you did that screenshot of all the major guys that were still in it that one time. That was when it was really good. But then also, yeah, I have to take out points for Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. I think that's a black mark on this match, honestly, that cannot be erased. So I'm gonna go thumb up, not 2, but I think 1 is fair.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Robert, you're next.
I'll give it half a thumb. And that's only because of the star power that was involved in the ring. But as the result, I'm not feeling it at all.
Yeah.
All right, half a thumbs up. Yeah, I think some of the eliminations were a little clunky.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think they landed exactly perfectly well. But okay, so there you have it. There you have our reviews. I think just for the sheer star power of it, I gave it 2 thumbs up. I liked it a lot. I liked watching it. I could have liked it more. There's higher ratings on our review system, as you all know, but I give it 2 points.